This episode of Enduro Chronicles takes us to Sibiu, Romania for the 9th edition of the Red Bull Romaniacs. The world's top riders will tackle the event opening prologue before heading off into the hills of Transylvania. We also catch up with Britain's Jonny Walker, who tackles this event for the very first time. The Red Bull Hare Scramble winner will have his work cut out on a challenging course that will test him and his peers to their limits. Jonny Walker is perhaps the worst-kept secret in hard enduro. Ever since finishing on the podium at last year's Red Bull Hare Scramble, the young gun has risen rapidly up the ranks of the sport.
Yeah, I used to ride trials back in England. I did before I started enduro. I did a full year of doing the World Trials, Junior and Europeans, where I finished 8th in the world and 4th in the Europeans, and then I just decided to have a change. A lot of my friends were doing motocross, so I really wanted to do motocross, but I decided to do enduros. It was a bit of both, and it's turned out good for me.
It has turned out better than good for Jonny, who this year also claimed the second podium spot at Hell's Gate in Italy.
My background in trials has helped so much. Obviously, when it comes to the technical bit, I know to stand up and how to ride, that sort of stuff. And then with my 2 years of motocross that I've done, I can ride fast through the woods and on the flat. With riding a lot of motocross, I've got a lot of speed, so it's kind of helped me. I've got the technical stuff, technical sort of riding, but I've also got the speed to go fast through the woods, so it's been a good contrast to me.
The opening day of Red Bull Romaniacs sees all classes of rider tackle the infamous prologue, a demanding enduro cross track designed to separate the good from the very best. In the first pro semi-final, last year's prologue winner Graham Jarvis takes an early lead. Other riders, meanwhile, find the going tough. Jarvis books himself a place in the final along with Chris Birch of New Zealand. The second semi, instead, is a one-man show. Jonny Walker streaks away from the pack and coasts his way to the finish line. The pro final starts frantically with Spain's Xavi Galindo out in front. His lead is cut short as Jonny Walker breezes past him and once again glides effortlessly to the finish line to win his first Romaniacs prologue. The prologue winner has an interesting take on his chosen profession.
It's weird when you're riding, you think, why am I doing this? And then obviously when you finish, you're just super pumped and you don't know what to do really. Just a big smile on your face and everyone seems to be around you. I just love to ride. At home I go riding motocross and it's just the people that's around you all the time. Just make the sport more fun. Especially Erzberg, that was a big booster for me. It helped me with my career. I don't know, I just more confident with all my riding and everything, so that was big for me. And then obviously Turkey, that boosted me again. And then going into them Eddie Extreme races, I just had a lot of confidence, so I was confident going into them and just rode like I should do. Was that good though?
The Carpathian Mountains are a thing of natural beauty. Endless trails and untouched tracks make them a free-riding dream. But just how do the event organizers go about plotting the course?
It's early spring and it's our first day riding in the Romanian forest. Everything is changing after winter. Everything is full with leaves, many broken trees. So first of all we need to get the racetrack clean. Very soon the track matches are coming and they will help us marking because we got more than 600 kilometers to mark. So competitors will not get lost and have a lot of fun riding and racing in the Romanian wilderness.
2012 edition will be full of new tracks, as I've been spending quite some time already since the last year race. There are quite some new funny sections that Martin doesn't even know, so the next 2 weeks we'll have some fun going checking these out.
Before the grueling race can begin, the riders seek solace as they have a bit of fun in the backcountry. After all, this may well be the last bit of fun for the next 4 days. Day one of racing is met with perfect conditions as the riders set off into the hills with only their GPS systems and their wits to guide them. Graham Jarvis begins to set the pace, with Jonny Walker finding the going a little tougher than expected. Jarvis takes day one. Setting off first on day two, Graham Jarvis will be tough to beat as he looks to retain his Romaniacs crown and win 3 titles at this event. Former champion Andreas Lettenbichler is also doing well, making his way up the riverbed. 2010 champion Chris Birch instead is struggling and is passed by Jonny Walker. Jarvis wins day 2, with Lettenbichler and Walker close behind. A good mechanic in this sport can be the difference between winning and losing, something Jonny Walker knows full well.
I've got my mechanic Julian, he's done like a lot of this before with David and Paul Edmondson and obviously Taddy, so it's like good to have him behind me. He's like pointing me in the right line and that. But at home, all my friends are just motocross riders. None really want to do this sort of stuff. They wonder why I do it.
His meteoric rise in the sport has been driven by a desire to better his idol.
I follow Graham, a lot of Graham's results, because he concentrates a lot on extreme races. You never see him at like a British Championship, normal enduro or anything. So obviously I watch to see what he's doing, and I know he's on the bike all the time. So, you know, he's a bit like, he's an idol to me, but I want to beat him. It's a dream for me to come away and ride all these races abroad, and I want to do the World Enduro Championships in a couple of years, but in a couple of years I want to concentrate on these enduros, the extreme ones.
Having achieved so much already at such a young age, it's difficult not to think that Walker will be around at the top for many more years to come. Day 3 kicks off with Jarvis out in front. With a sizable lead in the overall standings, only a minor miracle will stop him from retaining his crown. Chris Birch is determined to peg him back, as is Andreas Lettenbichler and, of course, Jonny Walker. Jarvis looks imperious and dominates another stage to pull further clear of his rivals going into the final day. The last day's riding is flat out, and Graham Jarvis is being slowly reeled in by his competitors. Will he have enough to win? defending champion shows all his class to win a third title and equal Cyril Despres' record. Chris Birch rode a superb final day, but was ousted in third place overall by Jonny Walker. Walker and Jarvis were joined on the podium by 2009 champion Andreas Lettenbichler.
A bit too tired to appreciate, I think, but just glad to get up that hill there. It was a bit gnarly. But yeah, I've had a few crashes today, but just incredible feeling to come in and win again.
With his win in Romania, Graham Jarvis pulls further clear of Jonny Walker in second place. On the next show, the cream of hard enduro talent travels to Kemer, Turkey for the Red Bull Sea to Sky event. Riders will go from sea level up into the hills in one action-packed weekend. Expect thrills and spills on another episode of Enduro Chronicles. Until next time.